Hey everybody, blessings to y'all. I hope you are doing okay. I hope everybody's in good health. I am Latisha. I am the person behind at Latisha's POV as well as at Latisha Learns Life on Instagram. And I share my perspective. I share my perspective on life, on things, and just things that I see happening around me. I try my best to put it into words and share my point of view. And lately, I have been, especially on at Latisha Learns Life, which used to be at Latisha's Farm Life. I've been talking a lot about fascism and fighting fascism. And I wrote something yesterday, last night, that's pretty long, and I entitled it "Fleeing Fascism." And not many people got to see it as yet. Not many people liked it, so I don't know how many got to see it. But it is, I just wanted to kind of like share what is in that writing. It's basically talking about, um, when I was younger, I used to, when I was younger, my English teacher, I grew up in the Caribbean. I went to school in the Caribbean. And my English teacher, I remember, this is a faded memory, but I remember coming on to the end of the school year, my English teacher had put on this film for us to watch, and it was The Sound of Music. And she seemed really excited about introducing us to The Sound of Music. And I watched it, and it was okay. It was fun. It was a musical, and the songs were cool. Like uh, what's it called? My favorite things and do re mi fa sol la ti do. I don't know what was the title of that song, and it had a lot of really fun musical numbers in it. But I I didn't really 100%. I wasn't 100% in love with it because you know, there was a theme behind it that I didn't enjoy, and as a young person, I really didn't understand what I was watching. And I hated the ending where they had to like kind of like sneak off and flee their life, leave their life behind, and be together, yes, but they had to leave. They had to leave everything everything that was theirs, that especially for the father, and he leaving his home and leaving everything behind. And I just didn't like that ending, and I didn't understand that ending until recently. Recently, very recent, I've come to understand a lot more about that movie, a lot more about that musical, and what that was really about. You know, I am gonna be honest with you. I I'm not highly educated in terms of, you know, the Holocaust and Hitler and all that stuff. I'm not really. I'm not knowledgeable in that area, other than what I have learned recently from very, very intelligent people and from listening. I mean, like, as a younger person, I know the name Hitler, and I know a little bit about it, but I never was really highly educated in that area. You know, and I still don't feel highly educated in that area. I don't really know all there is to know about it, or even most there is to know about it. Because too, also, my personality was never the kind of personality that was able to watch documentaries and learn about history, and learn about the ugly parts of history and the negative parts of history. I didn't like watching slavery movies. I didn't like watching anything. I didn't like to watch the ugly parts of history, and I still find it very difficult to do so. Because I just not that kind of personality that could bear that. The kind of personality that I am, and I recently learned what my personality type is. According to MBTI, which is I recently learned that I am a INFJ, intuitive. Oh gosh, what is it? Introvert, intuitive, feeling, judgment. And I've also learned that that's a unique personality type. And my personality has a really hard time because we absorb other people's emotions. And not to mention, I'm also an empath, because we absorb other people's emotions. I struggle watching things like that where people are being hurt in that way. So I struggle watching historical documentaries or reading about historical events like that, you know? And it's only recently that I started to open my eyes and really pay attention and learn a lot about the ugly parts of the ugly parts of humanity, and the ugly parts of history, and the ugly parts of life, and how ugly and hateful and awful people could be, you know. And it's been really, it's not, it hasn't been an easy thing to accept and to watch and to come to terms with, for me. And I've been learning to come to terms with it, and somewhere along the lines I've I become my, my empathy seems to have transitioned to numbness. So I don't feel I feel I don't absorb the pain anymore, or I don't feel that pain. I don't know why. I feel like all of us are trying to navigate these times in different ways, and we are responding to it in different ways. And my way seems to be like, kind of like, I gotta do something, let me try to do something. So I observe things and I write about what I see, and I try to pass on information and teach and pass on good information to other people, and try my best to wake people up. Like, I'm trying to yell at people in a way, in my own way, which is my own way of, is using my Instagram accounts and my online platform, which is very small. I'm trying to grow it, but it's very small, and it's shrinking every time I tell the truth, and every time I share the truth, because the truth is ugly, the truth is uncomfortable, and it is divisive. But honestly, we are in a divisive moment, and we have to choose sides, and we have to wake up, and we have to pay attention, because we are the frog in the boiling pot, and we have been the frog in the boiling pot for the longest time. And by the time I started to realize that we were were frogs in a boiling pot, that was when it was already starting to get hot, and it was already starting to boil. And now the boiling has intensified, and it's dangerous, and we are like so close to death, so close to losing the world as we know it, losing our freedoms, and possibly heading into some sort of third world war. I mean, we in a really, really dangerous situation. Everything is kind of like, I don't know what the right word is, but it is kind of like intensified to the point that, sides are being chosen, and you could see the evil, you could see the strategy, you could see the things that are the deliberate, intentional incitement, and the intentional manipulation, and the intentional um chaos creating, fire burning, stoking fires, and creating chaos, and making life hard for people, and making it uncomfortable, like basically setting the the tone, or putting things in place to make people more susceptible to giving up their freedoms, or just giving up, being so exhausted that they can't put up a fight, being so exhausted that they're gonna just run away, being so exhausted and so afraid, and so all those things, so that we would just surrender our world to the ugliest people, that and the most controlling people of it, the people that just want to take from it, and not appreciate it, not understand it, not respect it, but just take and take and take. I could see what's happening, and I am trying the best I can with what I have and what I know and who I am, to educate, or to pass on information, or to just share things from my perspective. Sometimes I feel like I am a part of the noise, and I hate that feeling. I hate that there's so many people talking. I could imagine that it's overwhelming. I could imagine that it's too much. I could imagine that it's confusing. And I keep asking myself, who am I to be one of those people that asks you to, okay, well, listen to me too. Or give me your time when you are already giving your time to so many other people, and you're already listening to so many other people, following so many other people, and people who know way more than me. And the only thing that I could offer you, is that I have a perspective. I share things from my perspective. I don't try to tell people what to do or tell people how to think, you know, or I'm not trying to, you know, suck you in to another rabbit hole or misinformation pit, or cause you to feel fearful all the time or anxious all the time. I do not feel anxious and I do not feel fearful. I am actually absolutely positive that we are on the right side. If you're pro democracy, you're on the right side, and the right side is going to win. I am confident in my generation, the millennials, the Gen Zs, and all the generations that are under us. I am confident that we are going to reclaim our world. I'm confident that we're going to win. I feel as though these people that are putting up this fight, they are dying. They're dying off, and their time is coming to an end. And they are doing everything they can. It's one of those situations where they are just trying to get as much as they can, or break as much as they can, or destroy as much as they can. I don't know what the aim is, but they're trying everything in their power to hold on to power, but they're losing it because they're dying out. Their way of thinking is dying out, and they're losing their grip on power, and their people are getting old. All these people, all these billionaires and millionaires, these are old ass people that their time coming to an end at some point. Rupert Murdoch, I don't know if I'm saying it right, what I mean, that Fox News guy, and Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell, they are old as fuck, and they're dying. Vladimir Putin and all of them, the time coming to an end. I don't know how long it's going to take, but all I could say is that we need to hold the line while, hold the line, because the time coming to an end, and we can't lose grip, and we can't lose that grip on our earth and our planet, on our world, and a better world than what they're trying to create for us. This ugly, dark, destructive, chaotic, sick, toxic world. And right now, where I am, I'm in such a beautiful place, and it reminds me, like right now, I'm standing in front of a pond, and the pond is glistening and it's beautiful, and you can see the spring flowers and the colors and the animals, and I am reminded that our world is beautiful. Our world is beautiful, and we can't lose perspective of that, and we can't let them put us in a state of anxiety and fear and nervousness and all this. We gotta just do everything that we can in our power to make people aware of the truth, and to figure out what we can do. Don't dwell in emotions, but figure out what we can do to make things better or make the situation better. And that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, gonna wrap up, because as you will know, again, these Instagram videos are only 15 minutes. So what I would like to ask you to do is to please, if you can, go read my piece that I wrote. It's in 2 parts, called Fleeing Fascism. And I don't know if it's like the best writing in the world. I'm still working on my writing skills, but basically I'm just discussing how I feel as though the end of the movie and Sound of Music, when they were fleeing fascism, that's what I feel like me and my family is about to do. We are leaving, and we're giving up on this beautiful beautiful place, this beautiful farm that we were trying to buy, and we wanted to just build a life here and raise our children here. And I had so much dreams, and I'm letting go of those dreams because I see something happening, you know?